Hey, what is up, guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG. In today's video, guys, what I have for you, I'm going to be showing you what you can build if you were to take two of the Zacian theme decks and combine them from Rebel Clash. Now, I know it is kind of weird for me to be bringing you this video. Thank you, Automatic Sprayer, for doing that as soon as I cut my intro. Hopefully that didn't pick up in the mic. Anyway, it smells like Hawaiian heaven in my room. Oh my gosh. Okay, moving on. I'm getting sidetracked here. I know it is weird for me to have these videos coming up before I even do the opening or the theme deck battle itself, but with everything currently going on in the world, I was unable to get the theme decks the day they came out, which really sucks. I even could have got them early, but unfortunately, I am at a really high risk of something bad happening if I was to get COVID-19 just because of what I have personally going on health-wise. So, yeah, it's just crazy, like given the circumstances. As a matter of fact, like the last several sets, man, I've had the decks like as soon as I could get them. Like the day they came out, I was there waiting for the store to open, and a few times they even had to go get the display out of the back, just because I was there to purchase the theme deck. So that it just sucks, but I'm doing my best with what I can do here, and as soon as I can get the theme decks, I'll have the opening video for you guys, and then I'll try to figure out what I want to do with the battle because social distancing and all that. Anywho, so I just want to say really quick, they don't give you much to work with these two decks, so I just kind of did my best. And as far as like what cards you guys could put in this deck, the Copper Ajah, the big elephant thing, if you guys want to keep the metal theme to it, you could definitely throw that in there. Or if there's like some colorless attackers you guys want to throw in, or you want to throw in the Duraludon from this set that allows you to attach energy from your discard pile, if you want to have that along with the metal what is it, what is this, metal saucer, or yeah, metal saucer. So yeah, that's something you guys can do. Zacian's also coming out in 10 soon, and same with Zaman Zenta. I'll probably mention that in the other video. Those are some options you guys can do. Really, if you just can just find some really solid attackers you can throw in this deck, that would probably be better than what you have right here. Also, on top of that, you can throw in Cynthia, you can throw in some other cool supporters. They give you some pretty decent supporters to work with. You can even do three Hal and four Sonya if you guys would like to. I completely cut Dan out of this deck. As crazy as it seems, Hal is more consistent. Unless you're just an absolute gangster at rock paper scissors, you can do that. So anywho, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Zacian here. Let's look at the hollow one. Yeah. So this has energy stream for 30. Attach a metal energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon, and then Smashing Edge for 120. Flip a coin of tails. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. So a card like this would have been amazing a few years ago. I think like 3, 4 years ago, just because I think that's kind of like when the one prize attackers and such. It's been a few years. If I'm trying to remember how far back a card like this would have just been absolutely incredible, but it's been a hot minute. So it's an okay attacker. I mean, you get that additional energy from the discard pile to attach to it, and then you get like a reasonable 120. It's not too bad. So, I mean, the card just it discards energy from itself. It has a consistent way to get energy back onto it, so that's pretty cool. And also, I want to just point out here this how Lucha is just kind of in here for filler. It's in here for the windfall, so that's why that's in here. I needed space. You could take these out and thicken the Unpheasant line if you guys want to, or you can thicken up the Probo Pass line. It really just depends on what you want to do. I just kind of went with what I thought was like the best attackers. And the cool thing about this deck, guys, it's very similar to the Cinder Ace deck in a way, but there is a lot of stuff that you guys can cut out of this deck and just include better stuff in here. There's a lot of room to just kind of work with this deck, and I think that's really cool. So if you got like a lot of cards from Rebel Clash, you just got a lot of cards, you're just getting into the game, this is a cool deck. This and the Zamazenta, if you just want to kind of build a deck and then customize it, and you want a lot of options, and you just have something really cool to work with. So yeah, I think this is a pretty decent start. This or the other deck, whichever one, but on top of that, we also have four professors research in this deck. I think it's really cool that they're adding this card into theme decks because it is a very, very good support. You discard your hand and then you get a fresh hand of 7. And if you're able to just pitch away some metal energy out of your hand as well when you play this card, that's going to be even better because you can play your metal saucer, get some additional energy out of your discard pile and put them on your bench Pokemon. And then, of course, you have Zacian's first attack to attach additional energy. So that's really, really nice there. The next card we're going to take a look at is going to be Sonya. So this card is really good, I think. So you can search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon or up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them in your hand. This is a really good card for this type of deck because you can grab your 2 Zacian, you can grab a Zacian and a Bidove, or you can grab a Zacian and a Nose Pass if you want to. The reason why I just kind of went with the Probo Pass is because maybe you'll run into something that has like a high retreat cost. I don't know. Probo Pass is one of those cards that I feel like you could definitely take out. There is a lot you can do with this deck, guys. There is so much stuff that you can just kind of drop and put in better cards. You know, if you just want to find some better metal attackers, if you guys want to find like some colorless attackers or just something like that, you know, or if you just want to play this deck until you can get some better cards and just move on, you know, that's definitely an option that you guys can do. But we do have four metal saucer in here. I decided to just make this card a four of. Uh, the only bad thing about this and having unpheasant in here, which is really weird that they didn't include another type, was you can only attach a metal energy from your discard pile to one of your bench metal Pokemon. So that's definitely an interesting thing there. That's why I said you can go with the big metal elephant thing. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. I was just throwing out some metal attackers. It was like, here you go. This is new. Throw that in there. Whatever. We also have three Pokemon Catcher. Obviously, if you guys can get your hands on Boss's Order, that would be even better to run over this card. And then we also have Great Ball. I just threw this in here to have some more searching, some more consistent searching can never hurt you. And you can swap this out for like a better card maybe in the future if you guys want to have like, you know, Quick Ball or Evolution Incense or something like that. But you can look at the top seven cards of your deck, reveal a Pokemon you find there, and put it in your hand, and then you shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Not too bad of a card. And then obviously we have Switch in here as well, just because having a nice switching card never hurt anybody. And then we have Hop in here. I think I said How earlier, so apologies there. I meant to say Hop. I get him, and it's just one of those generic three. What is there, like five of them, four or five of them? There's Sharon, How, Tierno, and Hop. I'm thinking that's all of them. I might be missing one. So I get these cards mixed up. The only one I can really differentiate is like Sharon and Tierno. As far as like Hop and Howl, I just I don't ever look at them enough to remember. But anyway, so that's what you could do. Apologies for the Howl thing earlier. I'm pretty sure I said that. And then we have Poke Kid. I mean, this is just another card I kept in here because why not? Like I said, you guys can swap this out for Cynthia or something. Or just a better supporter, depending on when you're watching this video. You know, just whatever. You guys can swap this out for something. You just search your deck for a Pokemon. There's clearly better cards. You can swap this out for the Evolution Incense or the Quick Ball. That's probably the best move there. And then let's see here. So we've got 15 Metal Energy. I just decided to keep it at the generic 15. Like I said, guys, there's a lot of room to mess with this deck. So that's probably one of the best things about this deck is that you just have a lot to work with as far as like not the deck itself, but things you can add to it. And so that's pretty nice there. I've been preaching this for a while now. I think that they're starting to make the theme decks better, but if you look at like Pokemon decks that you can go buy in a store versus like Yu-Gi-Oh ones or Dragon Ball Super or something like that, there is a clear cut just there's their ideas are better, I think. So we have Unpheasant in here. I was just like, what do I want to keep in here? And I decided on this one. I mean, I was like, okay, you can air slash for 150, get an energy to discard pile to attach with, you know, metal saucer or something later on, it's whatever. Daunt does 50 during your opponent's next turn. Defeating Pokemon's attacks do 50 less damage. Maybe this could be good. Who knows? Air slash 150. Again, this is just a Pokemon line that you can take out for something better. So yeah, here is the deck. It is not the best, but it is definitely something to work with if you're just getting into the game. So I'm going to try my best to get a gameplay with this. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so after a few very annoying games, we're going up against someone that has an anime name with numbers. So this kind of segues perfectly into what I want to talk about real quick. Let me make sure I hit record. I did. All right. So this obviously is not going to be the most competitive deck ever. This is literally a starting point. That's why it's called a starter deck. So I want to say that. I can't stress it enough. I have ran into some pretty annoying decks so far, and I'm hoping that, like, legitimately, I don't care if I win. I just want to get a game where I can demonstrate how to play this. Oh, Jesus, it's Grand Bull. Come on. I'm just trying to get a gameplay to show you guys how to play the deck. That is all I'm going for. So, yeah, hopefully, this is the one here. So I actually did open pretty decently though. I have Zacian in hand. I have a couple Great Ball. I got a couple supporters here. Um, yeah. Also, I want to note that Probo Pass. I highly recommend taking that out because there is so many cards in the format that just lowers retreat cost, and it is annoying when you keep running into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that. The only thing I have is on Pheasant, which is fine. Thins my deck out a little bit. We're gonna play another Great Ball, and well, let's see. I guess we'll play down the. We'll grab the Nose Pass. Why not? Or should I grab? Ooh, that's you know what? We'll just try to make sure we have some attackers ready. Let's just do that instead. So there we go. We're gonna play that down, and there we go. Pass. Okay, so I just want to say though, guys, I didn't say this before, but I hope you and your family and your friends are all staying safe. I hope you guys are healthy and doing well out there in the world. It's crazy times right now. So just for me to you, I wish you my personal best. Hope you guys are doing okay. But we see, oh Jesus, come on. We see Crushing Hammer coming down, Fairy Charm ability. What is that? All right. We have old Duskull here. So I can actually get some stuff going, which is pretty nice. Now, as long as I'm able to maintain at least like 2 energy on here, I can attack. That is going to be a task though. Blech. Blech. All right, what's the tournament? Huh. That's actually not bad with that deck. Um. Okay, so obviously we cannot knock anything out, so we're just going ahead and do that. I kind of wish we had an energy in the discard pile or a means to discard one. Getting back to quick ball would be great because you can pitch a metal, so that'd be kind of cool, and you can just go ahead and search for whatever you want. But there we see the Granbull come down. This could be a problem because he has 3 cards in his hand. He has the Duskull, so legitimately, or she, excuse me, I keep saying he, excuse me. So this is a problem. We see Jesse James comes down. So I can discard this and this maybe? No, let's discard that and the Pheasant. There we go. Okay. Let me guess, you hit for 120. Okay, no, he hits for 160. She. Jesus, I'm going to keep doing it. Pardon me. Pardon me. Okay, so there goes Zacian, unfortunately, but we do have good old Probopass to fall back on. I am kind of worried here. Um, right. This is kind of awkward, isn't it? Um, man, what do I grab here? I guess we can. Well, I guess we can grab another Probopass maybe, or do we want to grab a Halucha? What do we want to do here? I'm thinking about just grabbing a Halucha and hoping I can get an energy here and get a fresh hand of 5 at least. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and gravitational drop. That is gonna do a grand total of 200. Holy crap. Okay, so there we go. So we have something kind of going here. Nothing too crazy. Let's see what she can do with these 2 cards. So we got a Mimikyu coming down and a Eldegoss V. So that means any supporter in the discard pile, they're going to be able to get back. So Jesse James, so that means I'm going to have to pitch 2 cards whenever she does play that down. So I'm going to go ahead and Great Ball here. Apologize if you heard my automatic sprayer. Let's go ahead and grab Zacian, I guess. We can grab that. And we'll hang on to that switch just in case. Let's see. So how much am I doing additionally here? 30? So I can actually take a knockout here? Yeah. Okay, so took another knockout. That probably won't happen very often there, getting a couple knockouts for Probopass. Every matchup that I've ran into so far has just been like game after game where Probopass could not do a thing. I mean, literally could not do anything because it was just like, oh, hey, a skateboard or Zera Aura or something like that. So it's definitely been a huge problem. So as long as I can just kind of show you guys, hey, this is how you play the deck, this is what you do with it, that's all I'm worried about. All right. So we see a Mew come down. That could be a problem. I don't really think I can. Yeah, it'll depend. Like if I'm kind of in like in a weird spot where I can't really attack and I'm charging something up, that can get brought up and just start picking stuff off my bench. So that's kind of annoying. Um, I guess we could throw another energy down. I don't want to like commit all my energy to this Probo Pass. That's like the main thing. Well, actually, hang on a second. So what we can do? Do I want to risk this switch? Yeah, why not? Okay, so I'll bring that up. Save the Probo Pass for whenever a Granbull comes down. I'm not going to bench that Zacian. I don't want to really bench too many things that are going to end up screwing me up. The Hawlucha, I have the energy in hand, so that means I can just get a fresh hand of 5. Nose Pass, I have the Poke Kid and the energy, so at least I can start attacking there. And so that's kind of the game plan right now. So I'm going to hit that for 30, get an energy. So now I can start hitting for 120. And if I was able to hit a little harder, that Eldegoss might have been a target for my catcher, but I just kind of said whatever. Definitely recommend Boss's Orders over that. Okay, so my hand's getting reshuffled again. That's annoying. That's fine though. Okay, so I have a catcher and a Probopass and a couple of energy, so that's not too bad. And okay, she just ends up conceding. All right then. Dang it. I was hoping to get like a more informative gameplay there. Okay, so since that last video wasn't like the most informative thing ever, I'm gonna try to see maybe if I can get like a little additional like how to play this deck going. So yeah. We do have somewhat of a decent hand here. We're going second, so I can actually uh, Sonya and then get a fresh hand of 5. So that's not too bad, actually. That's pretty good. So we see an old Inky coming down. I love Inky. I'd hit the table, but yeah, it's going to be really loud. It's like a thing with me. Every time I see or hear Inky, I just, oh, okay, we're playing Malamar. Okay. Anyway, anytime I see it, I just hit the desk. I have to. It's like an impulse. All right. So energy comes out on Inky, brings up Jirachi, has a second Inky. I know it's Inkay. I like saying Inky. This is a really good start for my opponent. Giratina is in the discard pile. Got an energy in the discard pile. Mysterious Treasure, couple Inkay. Oh my gosh. I played Malamar for a really long time. Okay, so Giratina is actually going to be a problem because of the fact of, well, it has 130 and my Zacian only does 120. So that's going to be a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach to Hawlucha here, and let's go ahead and Sonya. Let's see. So you do, what is that, 30 additional? Okay, so maybe in the future Provo Pass could actually come up and be a play here. So I'm going to grab Zacian, and let's go ahead and grab a Dove just to kind of have all of our bases covered. So we're going to bench that, and let's Windfall to get ourselves fresh hand of 5. We do have catcher in hand. Or we had a catcher in hand. I don't know if that'll factor later on in the game. Catchers will. We'll just have to see. Um, yeah, I mean, it was an okay start. If there was a way to get energy in the discard pile, that might just be a little better. Um, Definitely though, I want to say that if you do have quick balls, I recommend them over the great balls because you can pitch energy with that, so that'll help out. But we see 10-10 coming down on Pidove and Nose Pass. With Giratina's effect. What is that? It might be, yeah, recycle. So this looks like a straightforward Malamar deck. What is the discard looking like? So he's got one in there. Just grabbed another Malamar. Okay, so he's got 2 Mally, turn 2, really good, and a Cynthia to top it off. My opponent's going off. This is a really good start for my opponent. Psychic Recharge, man. Ah, Jesus. Very rarely did I get hands like this with Malamar. And I would just kind of have to like. That was the problem with that deck, is I had to come back a lot. Okay, so we see Mysterious Treasure. So if my opponent is able to get this Jirachi out of the active spot, amazing first 2 turns for my opponent. Okay, so we see second recharge coming down, and a Viridian to top it off. So this actually might help me a tad. I can get energy in the discard pile here, so it'll just depend, guys. Okay, so Stellar Wish. So I'm hoping he doesn't hit his skateboard. Otherwise, this is just a amazing turn. And he hits the switch. My opponent just had like the godliest of turns you could have possibly had with this deck. Alrighty, so Shadow Impact for a big old whopping 130. Alrighty. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Um, I could bring you up maybe. Let's see how we can kind of play this out. All right. So we do have energy in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that down there. Let's go ahead and bench you. We're going to bench you, because why not? Bench you. Attach here. Then let's thin the deck out actually. Yeah, let's just thin the deck out. Okay. Play there, and let's go ahead and grab that. Hopefully we can hit the Probo. We do hit the Probo Pass. Nice. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that down. We do have a second Metal Saucer to play, so we're gonna go ahead and play that down. And let's go ahead and Great Ball. Let's see what we can grab here. We can grab a Tranquil to evolve our Pidove. Not too bad. And then we have another Great Ball to grab Zacian. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to Gravitational Drop, taking out that Giratina. However, the Giratina can come right back with its ability, so that is something to note. But we are able to take a prize, and now see if my opponent can get a escape board onto that Jirachi, because if he is able to get one on that Jirachi, well, this is going to become a game of I can't quite catch up with my opponent because he can just keep recycling Giratina and one-shotting me, if that makes sense. So that is definitely a problem there. Okay, so he's got 6 cards in hand. There is the Distortion Door coming down, so he's going to be able to put 10 damage on 2 of my Pokemon. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, I mean, you guys are kind of getting an idea of how to play the deck, and so. Oh yeah, on top of that, he's got the recycle energy, so he's got 2 Malleys, recycle energy. There's Lana's fishing rod, which means he can grab the spell tag, put that back in there. So honestly, I think that if I keep going in this matchup, more than likely I am going to lose unless I'm just able to bring up one of those Malamars and take them out. So yeah, there is the skateboard. Okay, so pretty much at this point, I am going to just kind of keep losing. Like I'm just going to lose the trade-off. He can bring this up, and more than like, yeah, I don't resist psychic. So yeah, I can't win this match. It's pretty much impossible at this point. So I think that's what we're gonna call it, just because, well, I can't win the match, and you guys saw a little more of how to play the deck. So I do apologize, but yeah, it would have just been like I hit Giratina, knocks me out. I knock out Giratina, Distortion Door, Stellar Wish, Recycle Energy, Psychic Recharge, boom, boom. It's just going to be like a rinse repeat cycle. So I'm going to call the video there, guys. So if you did get an idea of how to play this deck, if you did enjoy the video and you guys want to see the Zamazenta deck as soon as possible, I can definitely do that for you. But stay safe out there, guys. Thumbs up the video. And this is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out. Take care, guys. Love you.
Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.